my attention is drawn to this particular thing that we need to call the chairman of this occasion to officially declare this particular program open. So I will use this medium to hand over the mic to the chairman of the occasion. Then thereafter, we'll listen to the speech by the president of the Gombawa Forum. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Okay.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Distinguished members of the executive of Gombe Forum, some of you are seated on the high table, members here present, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My simple task now, before the beginning of the event, is to declare this meeting open. So I so declare this meeting open.
Thank you very much, the chairman of this occasion, Professor Saleh Abdu, who is the Dean, Faculty of Humanities, Federal University of Kashmir. Thank you very much, sir. The next item will be welcome address by the President or Chairman of Gombawa Forum, Dr. Babai Sule.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The chairman of the occasion, our father, our mentor, Professor Saleh Abdu, the Dean, Faculty of Humanities, Federal University of Kashmir, the best presenter, Dr. Garba Saidu Yemenai, the second presenter, Malam Nasir Ishaq, the former president of Gombawa Forum, Professor Muazu Shehu, and Malam Tanim Umar, our father and a philanthropist, Malam Umar Burama, senior professors here present, distinguished, respected men of achievement, members of Gombawa Forum, and other invited guests present, good morning. It is my pleasure and our appreciation to see that you have answered our call. We invited you for this honor, for civic reception and award of honor to some illustrious and distinguished sons and daughters of Gombe State, and you have answered the call. We are grateful for that. Well, it is a tradition that we all know that Gombawa Forum has been the most vibrant, active, and the most contributory social media platform in Gombe State. Established in 2011, now currently with over 15,000 members. We all know the role played by the members here in terms of advocacy, policy analysis, critical comment, and other contributions. And we feel that it is important to see that we have maintained this tradition. I'm sure most of you will wonder that this forum has gone into comatose for so many years. This is not because the members are not active, but rather too many responsibilities on their shoulders made them to progress and advance their contribution to the society beyond social media platform. We are sure of that, as if you look at those present here now, you will see that most of them have been occupying one position or the other nationally or within the state, and they have been giving their best. So we feel and believe that still, due to the impact of the platform, it is still important to continue to maintain the activities in one way or the other. We have handled such a similar program in 2018 in honor of one of the most active members, Alami Thompson. eventually died in an accident. So we organized a program and honored her and some few other members. So we feel it is a precedent that we need to continue with. So based on this, that is why we organize this. There are some of the members that have achieved or rather reached their zenith of profession. They were recently awarded or elevated to the professorial chair, so we feel we need to honor them. There are other members that have been active, particularly the founding fathers, that but for whom their effort will not be where we are today. And there are also other notable members. So we feel it is important to use this opportunity to recognize them, to motivate them, and to encourage them to continue to give more. If you look at the lectures, for example, they are talking of how to give more to the society, how to contribute more. We believe you have contributed enough that it is we that are now waiting to take over from you, and it is our turn. But still, we feel we need your services more. So therefore, we feel we should encourage you to continue to. We are still not ripe enough to contribute your own quota of contribution. So therefore, it is important here that you should be encouraged to do that. And at the same time, I want to let us also know that this program will continue. For example, by next month, around end in July, we are going to have a public lecture and a roundtable discussion titled Repositioning Local Government for a Sustainable National Development, in which I will target some experienced and seasoned administrators and academics on the field who will come and give us lectures and discussion on the subject matter, because it's one of the critical national issues that we have been battling with. So therefore, we say it is important to give you a prior notice in advance to know that this is coming in a 1 month time. So therefore, based on this, I think you are all welcome, and thank you very much for honoring us with the invitation. And we also particularly appreciate all the presenters that decided to squeeze their time, particularly in the ceremony of Salah Eid al-Adha. You still decided to suspend all your visitations and other celebrations just in order to come and be with us here. It is a great honor, and we are grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Babesule, the chairman of President Gombawa Forum. As he rightly said, this particular event is aimed at reviving this tradition, the old tradition. You talk about this idea of advocacy, idea of community service, idea of trying to give back to the community. And then if you look at the program, some members who have been very active will be recognized. I think this is very important, that this tradition is being revived. And then another thing, one of the American historians said, he said, Karl Marx said that history is shaped by the control of the means of production. But in our time, history is shaped by the control of the means of communication. So in this particular idea of reviving the forum, I think we'll explore this maybe social media platform, all these media outlets in order to champion the cause of good governance and wanted. So thank you very much, the chairman. And then we have listened to other series of programs that will be conducted before the end of this year, particularly the program he mentioned. So there are other maybe caravan of programs that the forum will plot, and then it will be very beneficial to our society. Thank you very much. I think without much ado, we'll go to the first presentation or talk, which will be delivered by Dr. Garba Sahidu MNI, and then 30 minutes will be given to Dr. Garba Sahidu to talk to us on this important topic, which is the role of community service in societal development, navigating the pains and gains of giving back to the society. Thank you very much.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The chairman of the occasion, President Gombawa Forum, distinguished professors, other academics, gentlemen, I cannot see a lady. I was signed, I'm happy that at one time it was lecture, but on the paper I saw presentation or talk. So I have the liberty to do whichever I want to do. I actually reluctantly accepted the talk until I was given the assurance that it was not an academic presentation. Because who am I, like one of our teachers used to say, to stand before distinguished professors to give a talk. I was given the title, The Role of Community Service in Social Development, Navigating the Gains and Pains of Giving Back to the Society. However, I quickly want to add that I have my caveat. I don't know if Professor Saleh is around whether that is how it is called or not. There's also a legal practitioner, whether I'm qualified to use. My caveat includes the following. One, it is not an academic paper. I've said that before. So I have the liberty to go around the way I want to go. Two, it is just my personal thought and perception. Why? Because I'm not an expert or authority in community development or social development. Thirdly, I also saw my name with the MNI. In the invitation, I saw capital MNI, but in the paper here, I saw the correct terminology, tiny MNI. Not many people notice that, but this is the convention actually. Even at them, we ask, why is it small MNI? Because it's largely dominated by the military people. All their small things are also in small letters. Past staff college, all those things are small. That is an international convention. Thirdly or fourthly, is just to agitate our mind, because since neither am I an expert or authority in the topic, I can only share my thoughts. Herein, I strive to go through what little notes I have noted. I also quickly want to add that I may not stick to the 30-minute period. It may be plus or minus. Just like the gynecologists do in the EDD, estimated date of delivery, is plus or minus 2 weeks. So my own will also be plus or minus the time I need. I start by getting, again, in front of academics, you cannot run away from definitions. What is a community? The dictionary definition of a community is a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. So again, periodically I will be going back to Kuru because you cannot define community or discuss community without the history of community. And I remember one of the first lectures in the first week at NIPS was a lecture by Professor Eligu, those who know University of Jos, the famous historian. We were taken through man on earth from hunters and gatherers to the present sophisticated society we are in. So for those of us with very little arts background, it was a nightmare. I can remember physics, chemistry, biology, then suddenly somebody is taking me back to when man started hunting and gathering and realization to form communities, to select leaders and so on. Where did he end? The end of his lecture was the problem we have in Nigeria of this separation, was because we didn't get back at the starting to sit at the table. The founding fathers of Nigeria would have sat and said, okay, what are your values? What are your no-go areas? That had they done that, this issue of the East wanting to go, the religious intolerance, all those would have been settled. So you can see again the value of professors, which you are. So I appreciated that going back from the hunter-gatherer period to the current society we live in. So he now linked it to the issue of governance and politics. When man decided to live in society now, you have to get professions. Blacksmith, for